Uh, Test 1, 2. Hello. Greetings.
Should I be looking like directly at the camera?
My name's Rob Hughes, aka Hocho. I play bass for the celebration.
Hi, my name is Matt Olson, and I play drums in the celebration.
My name is Evan Nestor, and I play guitar and do backup vocals for the celebration.
My name's Ed Aletta. Guess I'm tour dad, mom, cousin, brother, uncle.
I'm Frank Iero. This is the first time I met any of these fools. I made it, I'm gonna say 2005, 2006. I was working in Photoshop, and I was doing a couple of art pieces that were based on tarot cards and stuff like that. And I've always designed merch for the bands that I've been in, so I'm always constantly fiddling with things here and there and just trying to make things visually interesting. I was making these art pieces, and I wanted to create an icon or a signature that didn't just include my name. And so I wanted to represent the pool of good and evil, almost like a yin and yang, but I didn't want to go with yin and yang. You know what I mean? So I started to look into, and I was basing things in religion and spirituality at that point, and I started to take the Byzantine cross and manipulate it, And what you have is, what you have is the cross here, and then what I did at the bottom, these are two opposing cobras that kind of turn it into this anchor shape. And the funny thing too is that if you turn it on its side, it kind of says evil with a line through it. So no, it's not a sigil, but it's kind of representative of that good and evil, light and dark. In no way, shape, or form did I want to do like a solo thing and call it my name. Like, it just didn't. If I had a great name, like a Lou Reed or Tim Gunn, like those are like, whoa, that's a name. You know what I mean? Like Frank Iero. I mean, I grew up with it, so I like it, but it's so hard to. No one can pronounce it. No one can spell it right. There's too many goddamn vowels in it to be an actual standalone name. So I was like, oh, this is just not going to work. So what I ended up doing was making it even harder and spelling it wrong. I thought if I could name the band something that encompassed this like outgoing party, then maybe people would kind of forget that I wasn't that quintessential frontman. And so I was like, well, I looked up a couple of words and came up with some names, and Celebration just worked perfectly. If I could bring the celebration, then I wouldn't have to do anything. It's one of those things where, going on a tour like this, that people that you've toured with way back, and then kind of doing this again like a new project, kind of like a new beginning, could either go one of two ways. It could be super weird and awkward, or it could just be like, oh, like pick up where you left off kind of thing. And fortunately, it feels like we picked up where we left off kind of. Showed up, and like there's so many familiar faces on tour with us, like band of course, but also crew. Some people that I genuinely like missed. I haven't seen them in so long, and it's just been a great family environment. Yeah, man, things were pretty intense at this point. I think we were touring a lot. You didn't expect all of that with an indie record, just like a local band. Like Thursday was getting attention, like Midtown got attention, Saves the Day, but they were on their second and third records, and they were on like bigger indies, and they were touring a lot, and it wasn't like just your friends. Like you knew them as friends, but it wasn't like, I don't know, just the normal guys that hung around a diner or whatever. Like they'd been doing it for a long time. They got a lot of attention, and for that to happen to us was like, whoa, this is kind of nuts. Somehow, like, labels got that number and started calling the practice studio, like, before any of the major tours. So it was a real, just ridiculous time for us. We started to come up around, after TBS and Thursday and Midtown and Save the Day, but I almost feel like we were reaching that level, and that was a dream come true, because these are bands that we were looking up to, We became friends with the Used through Brian Schechter, our manager, who was, I don't think he was our manager at this point. He might have just signed on. we met him through the used, and he was tour managing them and became our manager. I remember going on these used tours and it was like shit was blowing up, you know, and they were like all over TV and stuff, and it was kind of nuts, you know. But they were really nice to us, you know. They were really down to earth and kind of took us under the wing a bit, and we're like, any opportunities that they got, they were like, hey, you want to play these shows? And that was the beginning of all the insanity. Hey everybody, I'm Frank Iero from Frank Iero and the Celebration. This is our new record, Stomach Aches, out now. I'm here hanging out at the AP back room with no air conditioning, talking to my friend Cassie. And thank you so much for watching. You can catch us on tour right now with Taking Back Sunday and Used until October 8th.